Well, exactly a year ago, I was joined on set by Derek Abrefa and Nathaniel Somuah to talk table tennis, and tonight will be no different. They'll tell me what they've done 365 days later. So, gentlemen, welcome to our studio. Good to see you. You're all looking good. Somuah in your three-piece suit. So let's get into it right away. I'll start with you, Derek. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been preparing for this year's 2017 Stanbic National League, which is coming on. And the opening ceremony will be this Saturday. And this year's league is going to be different from last year's league because we have some professionals from other countries joining the league. And so it's going to be very competitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the Commonwealth Games next year.
Sure.
You'll be representing us there.
Yeah, the league is one of the preparations for us, the players. Yeah, is a program that the association try to organize for us so that it will keep us in shape for next year's Commonwealth Games, so that at least we'll go and then we'll come back with something. Okay,
and we certainly hope you do.
Sure, we are going to come back with something. At least bronze will do.
Praise the Lord.
As for the gold, we have a lot more.
No, that's defeatist. At least you say it. I mean, even if they'll be positive, right? All right. So, Nathaniel, I'll come to you. TTUB, it's an abbreviation I see often. Table tennis under bridge. It's something you started.
Yes,
you literally play table tennis under bridges. But what's the main purpose of your
The purpose of
organization?
table tennis under bridge is to unearth talented kids so that they can replace Derek Abrefa and co. We have a dearth of talent in the country at the moment, so it's up to us, the ones who are into grassroots table tennis development.
The private sector.
Yes. To, as it were, pick up the kids on the street who are very good and develop them so they can be talented enough to go for international tournaments and win laurels for us. Japan is doing it, China develop them so they can be talented enough to go for international tournaments and win laurels for us. Japan is doing it, China is doing it, why not Ghana? So I've taken it upon myself that friends and corporate bodies would bring together young talented kids and groom them so that in the next 5 years they will be able to win medals. We have Japan 2020 a few years ahead of us, and it's important that we get a solid team that can at least go there and showcase the talent that Ghana has.
Okay, so, and I know that you are captain of the Spinners. The National Tennis League starts shortly. So how prepared are you and your charges for this season? What was your position last season?
Last season was our first year. We placed 13th. We won 2 laurels.
13th out of how many?
16 players. 16 teams.
Okay.
We placed 13th. And that was good for us because we started with people who were not so good. This year we brought on board 4 professionals, 2 males, 2 females to augment the young talented players that we have here. And I promise you that come this Saturday when we're having the knockout, we are going to be first.
You're going to be first this time around. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you certainly have to improve. Your mates are counting on you to do so.
Exactly.
But the Table Tennis League, you made mention of the fact that last year was the first time it started. Yes. What improvements can we expect this time around?
This year, in terms of finance, the president of the association, Kwese, has brought on board a lot of sponsors, and they've increased their sponsorship to a larger amount. So we're expecting the players to perform well. Teams are going to be given some money, and they're going to use that to buy their bats, rubbers, so that the game would improve. And I've seen the top players training. I can see a difference from what I saw last year. So it's going to be a very tough league, and we expect a lot from our players. And they are also thinking about the Commonwealth Games. So they all want to go. So they are putting all their effort in so that they would well. Teams are going to be given some money, and they're going to use that to buy their bats, rubbers, so that the game would improve. And I've seen the top players training. I can see a difference from what I saw last year. So it's going to be a very tough league, and we expect a lot from our players. And they are also thinking about the Commonwealth Games. So they all want to go. So they are putting all their effort in so that they would let us have a very exciting league.
And Derek, I'm assuming you're still Ghana's #1, but lots of professionals have joined the league this time around, lots more competition. Will you be able to hold on to that position?
Of course, we are winning, we are defending our title, and then these professionals coming to join our league, one way or the other, will help our game to improve. Yes, it looks as if we know ourselves in Ghana here, but the moment somebody from outside joins the league, he comes with a different style of play. And playing them, we've met in international competitions several times. I've won them. Some of them I won, some of them they beat me. So this time around, they come into my home. I really have to sit up. I've already done that because I don't want to allow it to happen for them to beat me in my own home, in my own house.
All right.
No, I don't want that.
We'll certainly hope that doesn't happen, and we'll hope that you get the gold medal.
Of course, I'm going to be
Thanks
there.
to you and to Nathaniel for coming through the studios. I'm hard pressed for time, so perhaps another day we'll continue these discussions. Yeah, you wanted to?
We've got some sponsors coming to join Tesano Spinners. We have Dream Oval, the Redeems.
Oh, Dream Oval.
Yes, Dream Oval.
Brilliant.
They've come to support us. We have Abdelco Limited, Kamaldeen Madi. And,
Kamaldeen,
yes.
Right. Yeah.
And we have Mike Egan and Charles Techi Menson also coming on board to support us financially. So Tesano Spinners is a superpower in Ghana table tennis. And like I said,
they're supporting your club.
Yes. Hey, no, of course, we are winning this Saturday.
The 13th position will be unacceptable. All right, we have to end the discussion here. Thanks to Nathaniel and Derek.